YouTube. The world is against me. YouTube crapped out on me, guys. Give it a couple of minutes here, restart it, see what the hell happens. Damn it. There's 3. There's 3. There's 3. Hey, Gizzard. There's 4 of you. It's up again. Hemi is here again. Sorry, guys. I don't know, man. The last couple weeks have been okay, man, but it just gave me the whole audio and video unavailable thing. So I tried to reconnect a couple times, and then who knows, just died out. What's up, Nodak? Phoenix, welcome back to the show. I missed you so much. Sweet cheese, it's he's back. Yep. Hey, Jumpy. Are you having trouble hearing me? I hope it's not a connection. It shouldn't be a connection thing. Is that changing anything? What's up, Kalishnikov? Hey, Sean Callahan, what's up? There you go. Okay, it's just you guys now. Okay, Gizzard, you hear me? That's the important one. I'll give it a couple of minutes here and see what happens. Make sure this son of a bitch doesn't shut down. What's up, Grim? Double T, what's happening? Fine Ape. Yeah, the first one shut off on me, man. It gave me the error message. It says audio or video not available. And it gives you the option to reconnect. I tried to reconnect like 3 or 4 times, and I just shut it down. Same thing that happened like, about a month ago. But it happened like 2 or 3 times. Is it Ghost in the Machine, maybe? Yes. So it probably was Ghost. Mad Sexy says, make a Facebook page. Yeah. I know. I got to do it. Or I got to do Instagram, too. It's hard for me to have time. And honestly, like, just doing the... doing YouTube and keeping some fun stuff on Patreon is about all I have time for right now. It's kind of nuts, unfortunately. Play C, what's up, buddy? How you doing? I don't think I've seen you here before. I should get a webcam for live streaming. Use a Canon. Yeah, I actually I'm in quite a pickle right now. Actually, no food pun intended. I want to buy an AR and I want to buy a laptop, and I don't know what to do. So yeah, I'm still doing it on my phone. Most of you guys know I do everything off my phone, so which is fine. I have no issues with anything really, other than I can't host. I can't host a panel, so that kind of sucks because I'd love to have some of the other guys on the show. That's always nice. But if you want to hear us all bitch and complain, you'll have to go over to the lobby at Gun Channels and wait till we're all on there, and then I'm sure you'll hear a bunch of nonsense. But here, it's food, it's guns, and it's Walking Dead. We'll say The Walking Dead. Now, I try not to do too much Walking Dead stuff because, I don't like to step on Matt's toes over at Triple D says, can you attach a laptop under the barrel of an AR? I guess you could. I wouldn't. I use my AK. But, Matt's things, he loves The Walking Dead. He likes to talk about it. So, we can talk about it a little bit here and there if you want to. I obviously just got done watching it. Which means I got done being disappointed. Because holy crap. What a show that was, right? Jesus. I actually left the room to do things, to do a couple things. So yeah, Kalishnikov. Yeah. He said he'd get the laptop. I don't know, man. That's tough. I was in the lobby the other day. Night Strike was in the lobby there too. There was a bunch of us in the lobby, and they all said get the AR. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Gizzard picked a good one to sleep through. Yeah, it was pretty sleep-worthy. It was I can't say it's flashbacks, because it wasn't really flashbacks. It was just Oh, Lockjaw says, give me the thumbs up on The Walking Dead talk ends. We're not going to talk about it a whole lot. There's not really anything to talk about other than if you haven't seen it, don't break plans to go see it. Callahan's a PSA has a nice one on sale for $4.49. I was looking at that. That's the one with the M-Lock 4-end, 4-stock. That seems like a really nice rifle too. It's a Carpenter steel bolt carrier. The collapsible stock looks nice too. It looks like it has a nice little recoil pad on it. That's actually I actually put a link to that in the lobby last night when we were talking about it, to see if any of the other guys were interested in seeing it. Yeah, if you go on to I have the deals.net app. It used to be Slick Guns, and there's a lot of cool stuff on there. I mean, they don't put a ton of stuff on there, but you can then go and look by category, search by category, AR, AK, revolver, CNR, whatever. And right now they have a Black Friday section, so that's kind of cool. You can look through the flyers of like Cabela's, Bass Pro Shop, and all that shit. But the PSA rifle looked. If anybody wants to finance that, if anybody wants to help me out, go over to Patreon. Just for 1 month, do $449, and I'll order that sucker right now. Or when the check clears, when it comes out of the account. I don't have the money to float you a loan to buy me a rifle. That's just weird. So we got 17 watching, a couple thumbs up. That's awesome. I appreciate it. I did post it in the chat at Gun Channels. If somebody else wants to do that too, that's great that we're live. If not, we'll go ahead. I don't have my little tiny water here. I got the big guy today. Gizzard says, for $4.49, you better fly down here and cook me Thanksgiving dinner. Okay. Sunday, all right? I'll come down. So, okay. No more Walking Dead talk. Let's get on with it. The boring dead. First, I always like to thank guys over on Patreon. We talked about Patreon a little bit. So, Ghost Tactical, was my very first Patreon, which is awesome. He kind of talked me into it, so I have big thanks to Ghost. Smeggy42, Phoenix, I guess. No, it's thanks, I guess. I don't know. Jared Walsh is a new one. Gizzard Gary, Clovertac, Travis P11, RL Soar and Sear, and Psycho Camp. Fine Ape also. I think Fine Ape might have been the last one. So we got 10 of you over there, which is awesome. It's hey Travis, what's happening? The real Travis is in the hizzle. The Peel-izzle. Jorge first. Sure, you were first. Sure. All right. Yeah. Callahan finally got an AK from them and shot it yesterday. Shoots real nice. He says that shoots real nice. Yeah, man. I'll tell you what. If I had the dough, I would buy one of the matchings, man. That's a really neat thing that they're doing there. That's pretty cool. To do Mad Sexy says, give me thumbs up to the term of... Okay, thumbs up. We're done with The Walking Dead. Go ahead, buddy. The matching numbers, aka AR thing, is super cool. I think that's really neat. Especially if you're the kind of person that's planning to keep them. Like, I'm not a gun seller. I don't have a whole lot of guns, unfortunately. There's a ton of stuff that I want to buy. But I'm not the kind of guy to sell stuff. I buy it and sell it, and that's cool. If you have the opportunity, I don't. I got to work too damn hard for everything I buy right now. So I got a death grip on everything I own. So, but that especially the Blems, man, that's a way to go. It's like $8.49 for both. That's tough to beat, man. That's awesome. That's super cool. Travis P11's changing from guns to ammo. Yeah, I saw. We talked about this the other day, last night in the chat, or 2 days ago. Sportsman Guide, Wolf, 7.62x39. I don't know if it was hollow point or FMJ. Might not be a difference. $169 for a case of 1,000. That's killer. That's nuts. That's nuts cheap. Hemi Ruger Ranch and 7.62x39 next to my list. I already have the scope to put on it. Travis P11 likes it. I'm pissed off that I can't buy one. I've been looking at, ever since I bought my AK, I've been looking at bolt action 7.62x39s. It's awesome to have a little matching set kind of thing. And then I kind of backed off from that and I bought my 308. So, Jumpy says, PSA AKs, are they good? I've heard good things. I've heard good things about them. I haven't heard any issues. I haven't heard anybody dogging them and talking shit about them, you know. Mad Sexy says, oh, he's talking to Travis P11. I'm piecing together my reloading equipment to reload. I love reloading. I wish I got to do it more. But I love to reload. And Travis P11 is an awesome, Caliber Corner is an awesome channel to go to. We did a 2-part, I shouldn't say we, he did, I was part of it, me and Tony and all those yahoos. He did a 2-part reloading, and we covered a ton of stuff. You know, some of the other chats that I've heard with reloading have been pretty surface level. We're just talking about some generic stuff, but that was really good. If you're into reloading, go watch those. Travis, if you want to, Travis, if you're a mod, if you're not a mod, I will make you a mod. Put a throw a link up there if you want to. You're more than welcome. Okay, to those two, or you know, whatever, the first one or whatever you want to do. Everybody knows you here though, anyway. But yeah, watch them. Super interesting. But I love to reload. I started reloading for my 8mm because it was super expensive to shoot. Super expensive to shoot factory American ammo, and I wanted to be able to buy it locally if I wanted to. And then I found out how expensive it was. It was like 32 bucks or something for a box of 20. So I hit up Cabela's. Cabela's has Privy for 8mm, which is, you know, new factory loads, in like the $17, $18 range, which is good. So I bought a couple boxes of those and I started reloading. That's the first thing I reloaded for. I had some ups and downs, you know, and if we want to do, you know, we can talk about that stuff, you know, sometime. It's not a big deal. Yeah, Kalashnikov, that it is pricey, and that's for Federal Power Shock. It's not anything too crazy. The Privy is really inexpensive, and Privy's a really good, from Serbia, I believe. Man, they have a lot of ammo. They cover a lot of calibers. They cover a lot of antiquated calibers that you don't really see a whole lot anymore. I will say, if you reload Privy, the brass is not super thick. But the best, it's super weird. If you get into reloading, you'll realize really quick sometimes every rifle is different, or pistol or whatever, and sometimes it just doesn't make sense what shoots the best. You'd think, there you go, Cal, there you go, Grim put it up there. Check that out, guys. Go watch that, and then, you know, watch the second one. You know, you would think that, you know, a match grade bullet, you know, match grade hollow point, you know, something with a great ballistic coefficient, low drag, like all this crazy stuff would be the best. But in my 8mm, the best thing that I shoot is a Nosler ballistic tip hunting round, 180 grain, loaded in cheap ass Privy brass. You know, I've tried to recreate the accuracy with Hornady, Nosler, both match grades, and other brass, and nothing works the same. It's crazy. Privy brass tends to be a little thin, and when you get into reloading, you'll understand that if you see the case volume increase versus different brands, then it's going to be a little thinner because they're shaped the same. They have to be shaped the same. So when you start putting in, you know, if you put in water, or even, you know, you could use gunpowder. You can use powder. Fill it up with powder to the top. Dump it out, you know, and you see how much that weighs. Or you just weigh the cases. And if the cases weigh less, then they're going to be a little thinner. But I like Privy. I've talked bullshit. I've talked enough shit here about Privy, so what the hell? We don't need to keep going into that. But if you guys have any questions about reloading, I might be able to answer. You know, I'm not into it as much as a lot of guys. Foose is like crazy. Tony reloads a lot. Tony's a good guy, Tony York. But Foose is really, really super knowledgeable. Anybody have any food questions? We're going into the biggest food holiday of the year, basically. Thanksgiving is just kind of known for that. It's just, you know, Christmas too, but Thanksgiving especially is just nuts. Kalishnikov said he had a chance to buy a Mauser. I actually don't have a Mauser. I actually have it's a G9840. If you look that up, it's a really cool rifle. It's chambered 8mm Mauser. It's a Hungarian rifle. After the Nazis took over Hungary, they took a Hungarian rifle and retrofitted it to shoot the Mauser. So it's pretty cool. Okay, here we go. Bam, 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 bam. Turkey cupcakes. You can make turkey cupcakes. Why not? Make cupcakes, chop up turkey in there. Frozen versus fresh turkey. Does it matter once it has been cooked and is on the table? I use a frozen turkey. I honestly, I'm a really firm believer with a lot of foods that if you know what you're doing and you're really careful, you can make something awesome and still save money. The reason I bought my turkey so early this year, I bought it like 2 weeks ago. I bought it like 3 weeks early, because I was walking through Giant one night, probably talking in a lobby chat or something, who knows. And I walked past the frozen turkeys, and they were 29 cents a pound with a bonus card. So I got a 22.5 pound turkey for like $6.24 or something like that. I snatched that son of a bitch up. Now, if you've seen the video, you've seen what I did with it. That's my way of, you know, imparting flavor and moisture. It's going to absorb all that stuff. You know what I mean? So, Double T says, cook my turkey upside down. No. If you watch the turkey videos, you'll see I debone my turkey. I take the breast meat off, and then I take the leg and thigh off. I leave the leg and thigh together, and I brine them. And then I use the carcass for stock. Yep. Kalishnikov, do you prefer ham or turkey for Thanksgiving dinner or lunch? That's cool. We do turkey. We do turkey for Thanksgiving, and then ham for Christmas. And then New Year's Day, because Pennsylvania is pretty traditional, pork and sauerkraut. Let's see if I missed anything. Double T says, cranberry sauce, Ocean Spare, GTFO. That's right. I don't know if you heard me talking about it the other day. I was defending the old turkey jelly. Open that can and boop, boop, boop. I love it. I've made cranberry sauces, and they're awesome. And I've made some that people think are amazing, you know, with like fresh orange zest in it. You know, and you know, I've done like ginger and orange and you know, a little sugar or whatever. And I like it, but I love the stuff in a can, man. Do you prefer to bake, heat, and eat a whole ham, uncut or spiral? We've done both. Both. Spiral's nice, but I prefer a bone-in, just because it's really helps save the moisture. It cooks quicker, and ham is already pre-cooked 9 times out of 10, unless you get like a fresh ham, which is, you just don't see a whole lot. So you don't really have to worry so much. I shouldn't say this, but you don't have to worry about cooking it as, you know, as thoroughly as you would something like you know, chicken or a turkey. So yeah, and we do. My wife found this recipe years ago, and we do it every year. It's a peach and brown sugar ham. It's awesome. I'm not going to say any more than that, because if she's watching and I say too much, she's going to get pissed. She might be watching. I don't know. We'll see. So if you see her out there, tell her I didn't say too much. Two Live Moo, what's up? What's your go-to brine mixture and for how long? My go-to brine, for turkey, it's in the video. Actually, there's a recipe for it. I do say the recipe. 2 quarts of water, warm. 2 quarts of hot water. Okay. A cup of salt. No. Oh shoot. Half a cup of brown sugar, or a cup of brown sugar. I don't know. Son of a bitch. I'm not going to be able to remember now. Watch the video. Go watch the video. I talk about it's sugar, salt. I use sage, thyme, parsley, a little lemon juice, some whole peppercorns, and I put that in the hot water and let it sit for I don't know, like 15 minutes or so. And then, so that's 2 quarts of hot water. And then I put 2 quarts of ice in there to cool it down. And then I put the turkey in that. But again, I debone it. So it's not like a huge turkey. And I brine that for 2 days. 48 hours. Yep. What else did I miss stuff here? Honey baked ham, that stuff is like crack. That stuff is good. If you ever watch them make it, it's pretty cool too. This Mad Sexy does ham and turkey on both days. He goes all out food on Thanksgiving, Christmas, 4th of July, and Veterans Day. It's awesome. Mad Sexy Man of the Night. How to prevent dry turkey. The reason I debone my turkey now is it cooks really super fast, and it doesn't dry out. The best part of turkey is watching rednecks catch a garage on fire deep frying at Phoenix. Says that I don't want to see people burn down their garage, but it is pretty crazy to watch people. If you've ever seen somebody drop one in the oil that still has like some frost in it, or like, you know, a lot of times when it thaws out right in, like all up in the like the whole way up in the cavity, there'll be like a little chunk of ice. Man, that is just like, it's like an explosion when it hits the fryer oil. It's crazy. But the reason I take the turkey off the bone is because of that. So that it thaws out. It cooks really quick. I can get the turkey cooked in an hour ish. And it's really easy to check, make sure it's done. And I have you're not overcooking some parts to get the other parts to cook. What's my opinion on using cooking bag for turkey? They're awesome. I love cooking bags. we buy we do that a lot actually. For like Sundays and stuff, we'll throw stuff in a bag, you know, like a whole chicken or something like that, and just let it go for a while on like a low temp, and it's super tender. They work great for whole products like whole chickens, and they would work really good for turkey too. Although you lose the ability to get the skin crispy, but it depends on what you like. You know, they work great for like pork. They work awesome for pork. They work awesome for beef. If you do like a beef, like a chuck, like a nice chunk of like a chuck roast or something. Marinate it for like a couple of days, like a red wine, garlic, salt, pepper, maybe dried thyme. I say burgundy. I use burgundy. I like the sweeter ones. You know, put that in a bag with no air, so it just kind of like sits in there, and it'll suck in that marinade, and then roast it, and it just gets really nice. It just falls apart. You just kind of shred it. Or what's nice too is when you braise something like that, especially a beef, if you cook it the day before, and then leave it in the bag and cool it. Throw it in the refrigerator after it's cooled down a little bit. You don't want to throw it directly in there because it's too hot. And the next day, pull it out and you can slice it. And what's really cool is when you slice it, and if you make like a gravy or something, you just warm it up in that gravy in a pan, and it's almost like Salisbury steak. It's not Salisbury steak, obviously, but it's kind of like that. It's kind of like having a braised beef Salisbury steak. It's killer. Hey Mel, what's happening, buddy? Double T says wine coolers make good marinade for pork tenderloin. That's a good idea. That's a great idea. You get like a raspberry or something like that. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. Emmy says 10 gauge works wonders on turkey. Yeah, if you like ground turkey, just hold up two sides of a bun and make your ground turkey burger right there. Midnight, any recipes for ghost tactadoodles? I don't know what a ghost tactadoodle is, but we will come up with one. Mad Sexies, what's the craziest thing I've ever cooked? Boy, I don't know. You know, I've used truffle. You know, I've used truffle. That's expensive. Yeah, I guess you think about craziest is like cost wise. Labradoodle wrapped in bacon. That's what it is. Craziest thing I've ever cooked. I don't know, man. That's a hard one. I'd have to. You might have to catch me on a day where I'm not so damn tired, which is never, I guess, right now. But trying to think of. Honestly, I'll tell you what. One of the coolest things I've ever done. Man, I wish I could post a picture. I don't think I could go into my. Nah, I don't think I can go in here now. Now that I've done this, I'll tell you what it is, and I'll see if I can post a picture or something. One of these, maybe I'll put it on Patreon or something. A whole poached salmon. Now it's hard to describe without seeing it because it's actually pretty amazing. Whole poached salmon, like a 14-pound salmon, 12-pound salmon, something like that. And then once it's poached, peel the skin off and replace the skin with these super thinly sliced cucumbers. I mean, like you can see through them almost. And it looks like scales. And then I'll do really finely diced, red, green, yellow, orange peppers, tomato, red onion, hard cooked eggs, and I'll separate the whites and the yolks. Chop that up, and then serve it with like a flavored sour cream, and some sort of crackers or something. And we do this for banquets, and It's just super tender. It's got a ton of flavor. It's really awesome. That's one of the coolest things that I do. Popcorn sandwich. Turkey and cranberry sauce Sammy. Yeah, that's I like to do now since I do the boneless turkey, we do the stuffing in a pan. We just do baked stuffing. Peanut butter sandwich with sweet onions. Get out of here, Clover Tech. You're done. Boot him. Kick him out. Oh, he's a mod. Shoot. Can't do that. I will take the stuffing, slice it, and use that as the bread. And then put the turkey, I'll put turkey, cheese, a little bit of cheese, and then I'll take the cranberry sauce, mix it with a little mayo, make a cranberry mayo. And that's a sandwich. That's a Thanksgiving sandwich there. And you put the mashed potatoes on the side. Also, here's another one for you to do, and people are going to look at you weird. But you do it anyway. In fact, don't even tell people you're doing it. Just do it and let them have a bite. Next time you make a turkey sandwich with leftover stuff from Thanksgiving, take your gravy and do half gravy, half mayo as a spread. Blew your mind, right? It's really good. And that's one of those kind of things, like, for me as a chef, I look at that and I'm like, wow, that's great flavor, because I love a turkey sandwich, and you like put mayo in your turkey sandwich and all this kind of stuff. I kind of work with flavors a little bit more than I work with what the ingredient is. So people look at that and be like, turkey mayo, that's weird. It's not. It's awesome. And so there's one of your new leftover things. Friday, gravy and A's. Yeah, there you go. I'm telling you, I'd be surprised if I don't get at least 1 or 2 comments under a damn video on Friday that says gravy and A's is a winner. Jumpy says, would you ever serve chocolate sauce dish as a main dish? What do you mean chocolate sauce dish? It's gonna be, yeah. I'm gonna get it. My phone's gonna start blowing up at 2 o'clock on my time in Eastern, and it's Travis with a face full of sandwich mayo or gravy mayo. His wife screaming in the background, "What are you doing? You crazy man? You crazy bastard? What are you eating?" Jorge says, what Mom does after Thanksgiving is get all the turkey meat and put it in a pan with gravy and cook it. Yeah. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, that's a banana sandwich. I love banana. Banana and peanut butter is killer. Yeah, George. That's kind of what. It's the same idea as when we do catering, when we do parties. You think about it. We do roast beef, and slice it, throw it in a pan with the sauce, and then all you got to do is warm it back up. It's killer. Same idea. Yeah. My Mad Sexy says use the turkey fat to make turkey gravy. Is fucking awesome. Yeah, I usually do. I'll tell you what. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys have watched the video and you've seen the reduction of the turkey stock, right? I used to use the turkey fat to make my roux also. Because it has a little bit of, has a little bit of turkey flavor to it. But if you make the turkey stock right, and you just pack it full of flavor, right? You roast it really nice and hard. You get those charred tips, nice golden brown on everything, and the veggies are nice and soft and roasted. Again, how to do it's in the video. And you bring it down as far as I did. Using a little bit of fat for a roux isn't going to make much of a difference. But if you make roux with a nice whole butter, that little bit of butter does add a little bit of richness to us. It's really nice. So, Jumpy says, I heard Central American countries incorporated in the dishes chocolate sauce. Yeah, no, it's a Mexican chocolate. Yeah, a mole. A mole sauce is it's actually a vegetable-based sauce. In Latin, you make a sofrito. Sofrito, which is peppers. Oh, man, boy. Man, I'm partially stumped here. Peppers, onions, garlic, chilies, tomato, and I think that's basically what, then it's pureed and finished with a little Mexican chocolate. Mexican chocolate tends to be, it's like a dark chocolate. It's got a little bitterness to it, a little smokiness to it. It's not like, American chocolate for the most part. Clover says on Thanksgiving, G-Web eats smoked eggplant with his cranberry sauce. You could do like eggplant parm kind of thing, where you bread it and fry it. You can get a nice crunchy cranberry. That'd be good. Thoughts on lard? It's my favorite. You mean lard like literally like, pork fat? Don't use it much. I can't say I have a ton of uses for it. I mean, in the rest, it doesn't impart a whole lot of flavor compared to, like when we saute, it's hard because when we saute, we'll do it in oil. When we work on our flat top, or our griddle, or like when I do omelets or something like that, we use a clarified butter, because it just has that real nice buttery flavor. Lard just doesn't, I mean, it's good for pastries. It's good in like pie doughs and stuff, but I don't cook with it a whole lot. Kalishnikov 108, my version of a banana sandwich has cinnamon cheese, dark chocolate chips. It's like a grilled cheese sandwich. But yeah, that's awesome. Try a grilled cheese with gangster point. Grilled cheese with Nutella and bananas. Slamming. That's good too. Scroll back. Doodly-doo-doo-doo. Philly cheesesteak, eggplant is the bomb. Yeah. Phoenix, if you've seen most of us, we don't do a little bit of fat. Yeah, you do. You just follow it with more. It's different. Lard is the best for deep frying. Yeah, lard is. At one time, McDonald's exclusively used beef fat to do their fries. I forget when they stopped doing that, but that was one of the things. One of the things that back in the day that they say made their fries different than everybody else's. Lard got me where I'm at today. Sean Callahan, Philly cheesesteak, so cheesy and greasy, you have to lean forward to dripping off your elbows. I love cheesesteaks. Who doesn't? But I'm not a Cheez Whiz guy. You might unsubscribe to me if I say that. I don't know. I don't know where you stand. Yeah. Phoenix says, yeah, back when they actually cooked their fries. What do you mean by that? What about peanut oil? Peanut oil is nice. It has good flavor. It has a real high smoke point. That's actually why you see it in Asian cooking a lot. The smoke point basically is whatever temperature and oil, and a lot of people, and this is pretty common knowledge, if you put 110 different oils in 10 different pans, turn them all on at the same time, and the heat was exactly the same, they would smoke at different temperatures. Peanut oil has a very high smoke point, which means it doesn't smoke until it gets very hot, and which means it doesn't get any bitterness until, it's better for higher. That's why it's good for woks, because you get woks like super hot, man. Sean Callahan says, big no to the Whiz. Yeah, I'm not a Whiz fan. I like Cheez Whiz, but I don't like it. I don't think it. I don't think it adds a whole lot. It melts so at such a low temperature. It just turns to like a sort of cheesy flavored liquid. Phoenix says 75% of the time Mickey D's fries are uncooked and soggy nowadays. I'm guessing due to the lower boiling point of whatever oil they use. It's probably a combination of a couple things. When they're busy, they're pre-doing stuff a lot. Hey John, what's going on, buddy? So you see these, they got like a bunch of fryers back there. They're just cranking away. The bell goes ding, the fries are done. They dump them into the holding tray there with the heat lamps. And sometimes they sit for a couple minutes. And what's up, Mr. Knives? Turtle. We were just talking about chocolate. And they sort of sit on top of each other. They steam, and they steam themselves soft again. Kind of a bummer. If you get them straight off the bat, I'm sure they're good. Somebody said something else. Oh, Kalishnikov 108 dessert ideas. Dessert ideas. I'm actually gonna. We talked about dessert. Somebody wanted me to do a dessert. Oh, it was a Caliber Corner. They were hitting me up to do a dessert. Yeah, I'm gonna try and bang out a little dessert. Not gonna tell you what it is. Something a little different. Not Clover Texas. Grandmother does a pinto bean pie. So it's like a sweet. They do like a sweet. Does she mash them up? Make them like sweet? Mad Sexy always asks for the fresh fries. That's right. But even that, it's tough because you get them out of the fryer and you put them in the little holder, right? So if they're super hot and they're giving off steam and you put them in the little box, they're gonna start to soften them up. They're gonna steam themselves soft. Clover says no, don't mash them, but it's sort of like pecan in a way. Wow, that's interesting, man. You should do a video on that. That'll be cool to see. Because, you know, I'm kind of imagining it like, if you look at Asian, but I'm not sure what type of Asian. You see them in a lot of Asian markets. I don't know if it's Korean or not. They do like the little cinnamon balls. Okay, they're about that big. About twice the size of a golf ball. 1.5 times. And the outside is like a dough that's kind of chewy, but it's thin, and it has sesame seeds on the outside. On the inside is a sweet bean paste, which is really neat. They use like they just call them yellow beans. I'm not really sure what kind they would be, but they mash them up and they sweeten them, and then they form the dough around that and they deep fry them. They're really cool. If you ever get to Asian markets and you see them and they're fresh, they suck when they're not fresh. They suck. So. If they're more than like a day old, don't bother because they're chewy as hell. But if you can get them when they're still crispy on the outside, Clover says it's hard. Is it hard to harvest cinnamon balls? Those sticks are pretty small and really brittle. Cinnamon, that's confusing to me. Is it hard to harvest cinnamon balls? Those sticks are pretty small and really brittle. Cinnamon balls. You got cinnamon balls. Recipe for Roosters corn dodgers. Beats the hell out of me. What the hell's a Rooster corn dodger? Ooh, camera. Earthquake style. Is that supposed to be like some sort of corn dog thing? Corn dogs are delicious. I do love a corn dog, man. miss anything good? Chickens don't have nuggets. That's right, they don't. They don't anymore because they've all been taken from McDonald's. How to make pecan pie. Ooh, boy. Oh, Rooster. That's Rooster Cogburn. So it should be Rooster. You should have written Rooster Cornbird. I don't know. I'm trying to make it funny for you, man. I don't know. If you have to explain your joke, that's no bueno. Yeah, Clovertack says, what if I take some leftover turkey and cranberry sauce and put them in a pot sticker? Yes, you could do that. Absolutely. The trouble is you're using a cooked turkey, so it can be a little grainy if you use cooked meat. Yeah, we always had a bag of corn dog or something. Oh, it's just not me. Buffaloes do have wings, Triple D. I've seen it. I seen it with my own eyes. Turkey and cranberry sauce. Anyway, what I would do is... that's a tough one. I'm trying to think a good way to do like a Thanksgiving pot sticker or a Thanksgiving dumpling with cooked turkey, because the turkey is going to be the tough part, keeping it like not grainy. What you could do is put it in a food processor, process it up a little bit, put turkey, cranberry, blend it up. Actually, I'll tell you what I would do. This is what I would try. I don't know if it's gonna. Yeah, I've been live for 45 minutes. Night Strike. I'm sorry, technical difficulties. This might sound weird, but honestly, I bet the flavors would be really good. If you have a food processor at home, Clover, I would take your turkey and some filling or stuffing, whatever you call it, blend that up, and then throw some cranberry sauce in there. Or you could even knead the cranberry sauce in by hand and make like little tiny egg shapes out of it and use that for your pot stickers. There you go. I would try that. Or turkey and stuffing inside and use your cranberry as a dipping sauce. And that's one of the that's one of the things that's like really cool with even that cranberry out of the can. Night Strike says, I bet it was because of your affinity for Apple devices and how they hardly work with Google. I have an Apple device. There's nothing I can do about it now. I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. The cranberry out of the can that I like and a lot of people like, I think you sometimes better food isn't the food that you like, and that's important for like people like, oh, you eat that cranberry sauce out of a can. Hell yeah, I think it's good. I've always liked it. My grandparents always had it on the table for Thanksgiving, and it reminds me of those, you know. But that cranberry will actually make a really, really nice like vinaigrette. I've actually used it for vinaigrettes to give a little bit of body because it's a little thick. Or you can put it in just in like a saute pan, chunk it up, turn it on, and like warm it, and it'll melt down. And if you mix a little bit of soy sauce in that, I bet you it would be slamming. As I've done apple cider and soy reductions, and I've done soy and ginger, like a big shot of ginger, and use that as dipping sauce maple syrup and soy. I've used maple syrup and soy together, and it's really, really good. They're kind of weird combinations, but that's what I would do. I would do turkey and stuffing inside and a cranberry soy dipping sauce. Pa. Pow! Fine Ape just sent me an email. Thank you, buddy. Here's an odd one. Not odd. I should say this is actually a really good question. Mad Sexy. How to cook shark. My dad used to with coconut and it was good. I try but fail. Any tips? Cut it thin. Okay. I've done black tip and I've done mako. I found the yield on shark is really pretty bad. Just because when you get down towards the collar and stuff, it starts to get really, the grain starts going all over the place and it gets like really kind of chewy. It's windy outside. But cook it like swordfish. Basically. It's really good with fruit. Just like swordfish would be, it's really good with spice. If you would say to me, hey, make me a kind of a shark dish that anybody would kind of think was cool. Slice it really thin if you can. The thinner you slice it, the faster it cooks, the less chewy it's going to be, whether you grill it or pan-sear it or do whatever. Cajun seasoning. To not really blacken it, but just do like a Cajun grilled or a Cajun seared is something I really like to do. Not super dark and super thick, because then it's too much. Blackening sometimes can be too much. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I do like the Cajun seasoning and sear or something. And then a really nice, if you like coconut, a really nice. I know, Phoenix, I mentioned that earlier. I mentioned that I didn't have my little bottle. I have the big guy today. Here, I can even go. Here, is this big enough for you? We can go super big tonight. I don't have any little ones around here. I know that's a shame. But fresh mango, really good. Okay. So if you take a fresh mango, chop it up, just kind of mince it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be like really nice. Throw it in a saute pan with a medium flame, and a little bit of a touch of vinegar. You know, for one mango, maybe a teaspoon of vinegar, teaspoon of sugar, and let that warm through. And then add a little bit of coconut milk. Coconut cream, if you can. Coconut cream is different than coconut milk. If you can buy coconut cream, buy it. Coconut cream is going to have a higher content of coconut solid, so it's going to be thicker. If you can find it, if you have an Asian market close to you, Maploy, M-A-E-P-L-O-Y is my favorite. No, that's okay, Ape. I saw them. They popped up. It's no big deal. I saw them. Thanks. And if you just add that to taste, a little salt and pepper or whatever, I bet you'll like it. Really nice. Gizzard flying ashtrays. I can still do the little pinky thing. So nice. Well, let's see. Let's scroll back and see what's up here. You guys are talking about guns, bullets, ammunitions. Mad Sexy says, can I download this video for the recipe? Well, it'll upload. You'll be able to watch it again, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why not. I mean, Night Jerk says, it can't stop you. Bum, bum, bum. Never enough coconut, Phoenix says. You know, Lockjaw says, got any good green bean casserole recipes? Not really. I mean, man, my wife's aunt did something. Oh, was it her aunt? She did something last year or 2 years ago. I guess it was 2 years ago for Thanksgiving. That was really good, and I can't remember how she did it. I think it had walnuts in it. It was like green beans and walnuts and like kind of like a creamy sauce, like a white sauce. But I don't do a whole lot of green bean casseroles. I know the old standby, you know, mushroom soup mix, that kind of stuff. But other than that, not really. I don't do a whole lot of I don't do a whole lot of weird stuff with veg. I will every once in a while I'll make a like a corn custard, and that's really nice. It's basically just, you know, cream and egg, salt, pepper, garlic, herbs, real simple. And you just pour that over top of, you know, corn niblets and roast it. I really like that. My wife's not a huge fan, but I really like it. But usually for veg, I'll just saute something really quickly. Usually asparagus. It's nice and everybody likes asparagus. Or else his wife used slivered almonds in hers. Yeah, I think that's pretty typical. You see like green beans, almonds. Well, that's green bean almondine too. A lot of times, you'll like old school. You'll see like almonds in like a vinaigrette, and then you just toss the green beans in the vinaigrette. That's nice, like a warm vin. It's good. We're up to 20 people. This is really good. I'm glad to see 20 people show up. I'm trying to think what else is. I just don't put a whole lot of work into the sides. Yeah, if you guys want to, I mean, you know, sharing a video and stuff too, that's not a problem. Stuff keeps popping up on my screen here. Potatoes and lead, what's going on, buddy, man? John says, I don't make sides, I eat sides. In my baby. Get in my John belly. That's cool, Fine Ape. No, I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to it. Ape doing some story time stuff for me. Helping me out. That's awesome. Phoenix, have you done any more story time? You sent me that one. That's good stuff. You should keep going with that. Get unlazy. Get your ass in gear. Do I have time for a hangout after this? I could, probably. I still need to hop in the shower and stuff, but that's not a big deal. Over on Gun Channels, I'm sure you mean? Or do you have a channel? You talking about in the lobby or somewhere else? I can't, like I said, I can't host, but I could join in, sure. John Z said, made a trucker's delight, but she can't be used up. Golf says, I have a Google Hangouts, not doing a live stream. Well, yeah, I don't care. I don't, you know, it might not be right after this, but why don't you hop over on Gun Channels? Hop on there too, especially if there's not much going on. Sunday nights is usually pretty slow. Saturday and Sunday nights. That's why, yeah, hop over in the Gun Channel. It's nice because then you never know who the hell's gonna pop in. That's always fun, man. I've been doing it after work, like on my way home from work. It's like, you know, just 20 minutes or whatever. Hop on and talk to, you know, see who's in. There was a couple of really good ones the last couple days. Fine Ape says turkey jello sandwich. Yeah, turkey jello, a little bit of mayo, turkey sandwich, cheese, good stuff. Brown chicken, brown cow. What about fish tacos, Fine Ape? I like them. Mad Sex is taco time. It's taco time. You still got time. You can go to Taco Bell. Well, I don't even know what time it is. You got time. You can go to Taco Bell. See what's going on here. Yeah, the lobby. Yeah. The lobby's a place to be. All right. Oh, man. What else? What else? Guys have any more questions? He says the nearest Taco Bell's 1.5 hours away. Phew, that's a hike, man. RL's munching on chocolate chips. Well, if you get some chocolate chips and you get some marshmallows and then you eat some graham crackers at the same time, you got like a s'mores. That's the way to do it. What's taters? Phoenix says, what's taters? With a Z. Taters. I don't know. What do you mean, what's taters? I know what Mater is. That's a dude from the Cars cartoon. Mater. Clovertax says, Clovertax says he has some leftover sausage in the fridge. Spent 6 hours in the smoke the other night. Sounding good right now. Hell yeah, that sounds awesome. Tomater. African or European? What are you talking about? Swallows? Oh, yeah, there you go. I missed that. Famous anus? There you go. Lord of the Rings reference. Taters? Was Taters is a Lord of the Rings reference? What's taters? I've seen them. I don't know. I don't know. Now we got a knee. Yeah. Now we got to do research. I don't want to do research. That sucks. George has some summer sausage in the fridge. That's good stuff too. What is your name? What is your favorite color? What is your quest? Good movie, man. Clover Tax, let's fry up some sausage eggs. Summer sausage? Summer sausage would be really, really good in like a white gravy too. Almost like a cream dried beef, like a chipped beef or something. That would be good. Slice it super thin, like till it shreds, chop it up, mix it in there. That's good. White trash breakfast right there. The Holy Hand Grenade. That is an awesome movie. We saw, I saw Life of Brian when they were, has anybody seen Life of Brian? Or not Life of Brian. Spamalot. Spamalot. Has anybody seen Spamalot? I saw it, more than a few years now. It's been a long time, but that was really funny. I didn't see it on Broadway. I didn't see it with the real guys, with, it was at Tony and all those guys, but All right, Klish, I'll see you later, buddy. Boil them, mash them, put them in a stew. That was 2 weeks ago. We did soup. We did soup chat. We did soup for like an hour and a half. That was cool. Yeah, he says yes. So, what do you guys want to talk about? The knights who say knee. The knights who, how's it go? The knights who until recently said knee. Yeah, talk about guns, man. Night Strike, did you see that? We were talking about it earlier. I don't think you were on. I don't think you were here yet. That PSA AR, very nice. 449. Had the M-lock front end, M-lock grip. Has a nice bolt carrier. There's the carpenter steel bolt carrier. It has, I think it has an A2 front and a flip-up rear. Biggest dickus? Mel's making M1 Garand ammo. Do you have to do anything? Because does the Garand have a floating firing pin? Isn't there something with the firing pin with the Garand? Like you have to make sure you don't use too soft of primers. Because I mean, like, not that slam fire is like a big worry, but. Yeah, we talked about that too. The AR-AK set, the matching set. Whew, that's a nice. That's cool, man. I love that. The matching numbers. Ape says yes, it does. Aren't you supposed to use a lighter load and a heavier primer when you load the Garand? Yeah, Nitrix is a different pressure. I've never shot a Garand. I had the opportunity once, and I kind of missed out on it. Phoenix says, I still want a PSL. PSL. You're going to have to spell that out. What the hell's a PSL? And only use the correct powders, Ape says. Oh, that's right, Mel. You just got that one, right? Mel says if you use CCI primers, the 200s, they countersink enough so you don't get slam fires. I mean, the AK has a floating firing pin too. Shoot commercial through an M1. You bend the op rod. I want a Garand. Night Shark, I want a Garand too, like $1,000. Yeah, I use CCI primers. That's actually not for any specific reason other than that's what I started with, and I just continue to use them. I've only ever. You talking about selling your Garand already, Mel? What's going on, buddy? What happened? Did it bite your thumb? Did your thumb get bit? Oh, but CCI. Yeah, I don't know. I think I've used Federal once or twice. But I don't know. I kind of like to stick with the same products. Like not switch around. Not that they, as contract, may need money. I'm right with you, buddy. I know. Mortgage sucks, huh? Uh oh. Yeah, PP. We were talking about PPU earlier too. Freaking Privy makes, man. Privy makes everything. They make some weird stuff, man. The PSL 54C is a affordable version of the Dragunov. The Dragunov, whatever. Dragunov. They are cool. Okay, Gary starts bidding at $100. 2 orders of gizzards. I got 100. Let's see. Can I get 150? $800? I can't afford 800. Hakeem Thumb with the 8mm. I heard of it. I've never watched a video on it though. Yeah, that's a bummer. When I bought my AK, there was an M1 at the place. I bought my AK at this little tiny shop, and the guy had a Grand. Man, it was heavy. That's a heavy rifle. Scott Pacini saw some Winchester 7.62x54R today. That's an oddball thing to see. Where the hell did you see that? Or is it like online or something? Like that would be one of the most random things to like walk past a shop or something. LGS. Phoenix says, I'm torn between my desire for an M1A and having to give Springfield money. I know, that's a bummer too, because I like an M1A. I think they're really cool. But I also have been in the market for, I kind of want a new carry pistol. So I've been looking at I haven't looked at them yet. I haven't like picked them up and really compared them or done like that kind of searching yet. I've just been doing like internet stuff. I was looking at the Smith & Wesson Shield and the Springfield XD, but I don't know, man. I don't know, this whole Springfield thing, like it makes me not even want to pick one up. Jerks. 7.62 NATO versus 7.62x54R. Which one's actually bigger? 54R, right? That's a XD rocks by used full size or compact. I'm talking about the subcompact, the little XD, the 3-inch barrel or whatever the hell it is. RL says I need to come to one of his shoots. Yeah, hit me up when you're close. I mean, it depends on what day of the week it is, you know? My goddamn schedule sucks. $55. Which is more powerful, 308 or 7.62 NATO? 308. 308 is loaded hotter than NATO. And that's why technically, like they always say, like you're not supposed to shoot 308 in like an M1A because it's and I don't know that I mean, I don't know, I'm no expert. I'm not an expert in anything, technically. Not even close. But that's what I've always heard. And I've heard guys say they do it. But 308 is supposed to be hotter than 762. NATO 762 by 51. Phoenix sold his XDS, but he likes his XDM. Well, so I don't know which is which. The XD is a subcompact, I believe, right? It's just called the XD. That's what I would be in for. That's what I would be looking at. Something small. My carry pistol now is a 3 1/4 inch barrel. I wouldn't want to go any bigger than that. But I don't own anything striker fired. I'm kind of interested in buying a striker fired. So, figure if I'm going to buy a striker fired pistol, it might as well be a carry pistol. Since I don't get a chance to go to the damn range anyway. Is it worth it just to fire the Gatling gun? Oh, it's worth it just to fire the Gatling gun. Yeah, that's awesome. I'll take that. XD Model 2. Yeah, that's it. That's what I was looking at. That's what I want to look at. Now I got to decide, do I buy a used one or do I just can't. I don't know. I just can't bring myself to buy a brand new Springfield after the shit that they did. It's just shady, man. Yeah, the M&P Shield is the other one I was looking at. Yep. And there's actually on deals, deals.net, the app, there's a bunch of shields on sale right now. They had a really, really nice ported 40. No, it was 9mm, but I had one of 40 with the high visibility sights and stuff. Really cool. You've got a stubby barrel there, bud. I sure do. No, Alan, you did not show up too late. We're only an hour and 15 in or something like that. Fine Ape, that's what it is. It's the Performance Center. It's the Performance Center. It's got the ported barrel, high visibility rear and front sights. I don't know if there's what else is different. Probably an upgraded trigger or something. XDs are dirt cheap right now and come with 6 mags. I don't need 6 mags though. The 6 mag thing, I like to have 3. 3 is nice. I have 3 for my carry gun now. Yeah, it's almost like buy a pack of gum and get a shield. Yeah, they are pretty inexpensive right now. It's nice. A Ghost that's how I was talking to Ghost the other day. He loves his. I do hear great things about him. RL, yeah, I'll probably, it depends. I probably would try and jump over to the lobby. Yeah, we'll shut this down a little bit and then hop in the shower and put some headphones in and talk a little bit. Callahan likes you're a shield, Callahan. That's what you got. They're nice looking visually. They're nice. Scott says he can't stand a hinge trigger. I kind of don't. I don't know. Like, I've never shot one, so again, I'm not gonna kind of speculate on what I like or don't like, but it does seem a little odd. You get used to anything now. The Shield 40 must be an old man gun. My stepdad carries one, says Mr. Allen B. Pro. Well, if he wants to sell it, tell him to give me a call. Car CW40. Those, I was looking at those too. They're a little bit bigger than. I want to get something small, something smaller. I really don't want to go. So Phoenix says the XDMs get a better trigger and barrel, but are they still the same size? Well, send it my way, man. He doesn't want it. Hey, Kalishnikov, what's going on, buddy? Welcome back. Welcome back to the party. We're just talking bullshit. PC10C says Scappuccini. I don't know. Those are the two that I've gravitated towards just for some reason. Like, you had to eat some birthday cake. Well, happy birthday. Or welcome to the cake party or something. Birthday cake's the way to go. I've just sort of gravitated towards those two. Features. I like having a safety. I really do. I like having a safety. So, Alan owns a 9E. Can't bring himself to. Alan, what's up with your 320? And its little wiggle. Alan's got a SIG 320 that twerks when you pull the trigger a little bit. Twerk, twerk, pops up a little bit. I personally wouldn't worry about it. I don't think it's anything to worry about. Alan's pistol twerks. 50 rounds of M1 ammo. Did. Mel is did. He's all done. Yours twerks too, Mel? Well, then you should get together with Alan. Do a little video, little twerking pistols. It's nothing that causes issues. I don't stress it. Just too many comments on my channel about it. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know. Everything's... I mean, and what's funny is if you sit back and wait, you know, it might turn out to be something that happens after you shoot them in for a while. They get a little bit of play on them or something. Who knows? But it's not really going to affect accuracy. Sig's Milkshakes brings all the boys to the yard. That's right. I'll see you. See you, Grim. Thanks for stopping in. We'll go for a little bit here. I'm not planning on making it a super late chat. Everybody's got a busy week coming up, I'm sure. Got to deal with family and all that. Traveling. Oh, my God. People on the freaking roads, man. Whew. Nuts. Scroll up here, see if I missed anything. Guys talking about Ruger's high points. Allen B Pro high point for when you need to practice jams. That's right. Gary has a real pickle in his hands. What's your real pickle, Gary? Or do you literally have a pickle in your hand right now? Mel says, if my clearance goes away, I'm going to start making videos. What do you mean by that? Tack Driver, NE, or 9E, Allen B Pro. Sean Callahan says, high point for when you're in your kayak and you need an anchor. Alan says, please don't ask about Gary's pickle. Oh, man. Ape says he saw someone hit a deer with their 90s Buick. Man, there is deer all over the place hit. It's a shame, man. That's a real bummer. Gary says he's supposed to be with his mom in a few days and his sister and brother and fly to Texas. They leave Tuesday, and he feels like I'm getting sick. That sucks, man. Kalishnikov says, what is your preferred caliber for a handgun for whatever hunting or concealed carry? I carry a 40. I'm in the minority now. A few years ago, I was not, but 9s come around and started being super popular again. When I first bought my pistol, when I bought my first pistol, it was 9. 9 was super popular, and then kind of fell off, and 40 became super hot, and now 40's fallen off, and 9's coming back. You know, there's 45s thrown in there too, but obviously, but I like a 40. I don't mind the extra snap. Now, I will say, the longer I the longer I work in restaurants here, the worse my hands are getting. I'm dealing with some nasty carpal tunnel, especially in my right hand, which would be my shooting hand. So F2 dot, what's up? Or DF2, I always say F dot, DF2 dot. 40 may change to a 9mm for me too. You know, if my hands continue to get bad, I get a lot of numbness and weakness, and you know, if you've ever dealt with carpal tunnel, you know, like you get some, especially with gripping and turning, or gripping and rotating, you get a lot of pain sometimes. You hit like one certain spot and bam, you get like a lightning bolt shoots up your arm. It sucks. So yeah, that's why I'm not in a super big hurry to buy another carry pistol, because, you know, within the next year or so, I want to get one, or 6 months or a year probably, but I may back off from a 40 if my hand's still bad. And if I'm going to back off of a 40, you know, do I go 9mm, or you know, it'd be nice to get like a real small like a really small 380 or something would be cool. My wife has a Sig 9 3/8. That's sweet. That's a really nice piece. So, I don't know. I'm open to a lot of things, I guess. Fine Ape says, you gotta switch off your hands when working. Guess how I know. Yeah. It's hard. If it was a job that I could, I mean, I'd have to train myself basically to chop and do everything with my left hand. And my left hand's bad, not as bad, but it's still there. So it's tough. I'm supposed to do surgery. I don't know. I've just been putting it off. Don't have time. Yeah. Yeah, Alan's saying the same way. He says if I back out of 40, do 9mm, 380 is the lowest I would go. 380, I would only do 380 because of size. I do like 9mm. I have no problems with 9mm. 9mm will do what you need it to do. I just I prefer a 40. If you don't mind the extra snap, you get a bigger, heavier bullet, moving the same speed. Have I tried therapy? Yeah, a little. Yeah, I do some stretches and stuff like that. For a while, when they first started getting bad, I was wearing splints a lot, especially when I sleep, and that helped. When I went to see the doctor about it, it was kind of interesting. He said that, you know, when you curl, it's the worst. It puts so much stress on. And they said when most people sleep, they actually will sleep like they'll curl their wrists under, and it's actually one of the times. It's actually sleeping is actually one of the times it does a lot of damage. So. Yeah, Fine Ape says, remember, if you're cutting with your left hand, count your fingers before and after each cut. Yeah, that's pretty much what it'd be. It would be pretty spastic for sure. And that's, you know, another thing too. When I saw the doctor about it, and I said, man, he knew I was a chef. Actually, he knew I was a chef, obviously, but he said, oh, when you're cutting and you're chopping, you know, try not to bend your wrist, you know. And it was like, I was like, oh, okay. And, you know, of course, I went to work that day, and I picked up my chef's knife, and I started, like, and you just have a natural, like, like, you have a natural bend in your wrist because the knife blade hits, and then you rock it. You rock it. You know what I mean? And it's not like you don't necessarily come down and just do this. You kind of rock it forward, or you move forward and rock it down. And it was totally goofy and totally ridiculous to not break my wrist. So that went out the window pretty quick. Kalishnikov says he used to be a lefty when he was little, but then he transitioned to being a righty. My grandfather was left-handed, but the only thing he did left-handed was right. He golfed, fished, shot right-handed, shot when he shot a gun. Golfed. Did I say that? Golfed right-handed. Did everything else right-handed. Yeah, wrong-handed. Alan says you cross-eyed dominant. That's a tough one too. When you're right-handed but you're left-eye dominant. Yeah. I know people like that. Night Strike says he's got astigmatism. Was that an STD? Jumpy says southpaws are bitch to fight. They're also a bitch when you play baseball and you got a lefty throwing you fastballs. Jesus, that's weird. Looks like it's coming straight at your head. Yeah, practice with both eyes for sure. I know that's one of the hardest things for me too, is to shoot with both eyes open, because when you're a kid and you shoot and you close your eye, it's a hard habit to break. I still do it. I still have to actively tell myself to open both eyes with the red dot and with a pistol. Alan Breach shows simple test. Oh, to see if you're right or left eye dominant? Yeah, that's easy. You can just hold your thumbs up or whatever, and you cover, or just one thumb, sorry. You cover something in the room, like light switch or something. Cover it with your thumb with both eyes open, and then close your eyes. I mean, a lot of people know this. Close your eyes, and whichever your thumb moves away, then that's your non-dominant eye. Phoenix says, my cat is all about the green dot. I can't keep batteries in my damn Viridian. Oh, Alan's video shows a better way. Oh, I'm very sorry, Alan. I'm just not living up to your standards. Night says he's tried not wearing glasses for a while, but it didn't end well. Yeah, it doesn't end well when you can't see, huh? What do you shoot? Do you have corrective lenses to shoot with? Like, do you have... Yes, no. Alan says, I have no standards. You should know this by now. Our standards are equally low, sir. Do you have, not, what do I say, corrective lenses, but prescription lenses to shoot with? Phoenix says, I've seen Alan B. Pro's videos. He speaks the truth. Yeah. He says, no, he just uses prescription glasses. that sucks. I'm like, for more than one reason, I'm sort of a mutant. I don't need glasses yet, and damn near everybody else in my family does. Although, last time I had him checked was like 2 years ago, and I thought that I was going to need them. And he said no, but soon maybe. So we'll see. Yeah, carefully. Gary says careful. He was in the same boat, and then he hit me at 45. Yeah, I actually, a couple years, about 5 years ago or so, we got checked, had our eyes checked, and I had 20/20 vision in one eye and 25/20 in the other. I could actually see better than, I don't know, it's weird. Like when we were doing the chart, I went down like crazy far, like tiny little letters. I was able to read them. He was really surprised. I'm sure it's going to go to shit for now. Yeah, every night check, everybody in his family has bad eyesight, and I know the feeling, man. Everybody in my family has glasses. I don't know who the hell doesn't. It's crazy. We are, what are we at here? 100 minutes. A little over an hour and a half. I just hate glasses. Like I hate when I have to go to the range anytime when the weather's warm and like my glasses fog up so much. I hate that. It drives me crazy. It drives me nuts. It would drive me out of my goddamn mind if I wore glasses and they would fog up like that on me, like on a regular basis. Jesus, I don't know. I would be uncontrollably pissed off. I'd be like the Incredible Hulk, slamming shit around. Yeah, the glasses that tint, like those self-tinting. That's pretty cool. You should get the old school flip-up ones. Sunglasses down. Alan B. Pro. Cooking question. What is the best way to cook a Hot Pocket without getting cold in the middle and lava on the ends? I don't know. I think that's how they're made. I think they're supposed to get like that. I think it's like, you know, people like multiple flavors and multiple textures and things like, it's like sweet and salty, or it's like soft and it has some crunchy aspect to it. I think that's their way of getting that in the Hot Pocket, so that when you cook it, if you bite into the end of it, it's like biting into the sun itself. And then if you've got the balls, you bite another one and it's like partially frozen and it cools that off. So it actually works really good. You know, now if you do it backwards and you bite in the middle first, like some sort of psycho, and get a chunk of frozen middle, and then you bite the end, and then you're screwed because you got no middle to cool off your mouth. You have to go get some Kool-Aid or something. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Safety tip. Hot Pocket safety tip. Midnight Range. Gizzard said they told him he doesn't have to wear safety glasses. He can just wear his regular glasses. I think that's pretty common now. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't like wearing safety glasses, but I always wear them when I shoot. That's right. Burnt on the outside and frozen in the middle. That's how you do it. You take a bite of the outside, it's scalding hot. You take a bite of the middle, it cools it off. It's self-sufficient. It's great. But anyway, yeah, it's crazy. I see like people do a lot. There's a lot of shooting videos out there where people aren't wearing their their eye pro. Yeah, it's such a bad idea. Gizzard says he's never had a spent cartridge land in his glasses, but he's had him land on his neck a few times. That does hurt. That hurts like a son of a bitch. It goes down your shirt or something. If your shirt is tucked in, that's a that sucks. It's amazing. I mean, it's not amazing that it gets hot, but it stays hot brass stays hot for a little while. I would say a couple of minutes. It doesn't, but long enough to get in your shirt or something, it burns the hell out of you. Are you guys comparing whose computer is louder now? Mine's louder. No, mine's louder. Alan says, Top Focal. Have you seen the glasses from Top Focal? That's cool. I haven't seen those. I'll look those up. I'm going to write that down. Just because now I'm interested. If they suck, I'm gonna come to you. If they suck, I'm coming to your station and I'm leaving goofy comments, Alan. That'll teach you. Alan, when are you gonna have another? We gotta schedule an Alan B Pro chat. We gotta get a bunch of us together and have a fun chat one of these nights. Jack and Coke time. Melvin Nunn says, is that like Jack and Coke the drink or the action and the drug? I don't know. You got the crazy. You've got the what is that called? With the crazy Scotchman. What do you call that? Something and something. I forget. I didn't get a chance to watch it last time. I saw it was on. I watched a couple of minutes when it first started. That was it. Foreign and domestic. That's right. Alan almost be pro. Be amateur. Alan be amateur. Those late night ones are fun now. There's midnight, 1 o'clock. Those are the best. I want to go back and watch some of those just for the jokes. I forget. That was worth it just to listen to the jokes. The impromptu ones are the funniest. Yeah, you need people a little loopy. Clover had a Thursday chat? No, it wasn't Thursday. Friday. It was a Friday chat. Where was it? I don't know. Man, I can't remember. The Next Generation. He threw his link out in the room, and it worked out good for him. Hard Target, what's going on, buddy? Phoenix is talking about computer stuff. Bleh. Good. How are you doing, buddy? Alan says one-legged midget porn is the bomb. Well, I guess if any, I mean, they're kind of little, so if they fall over, they don't have very far to fall. So I suppose that's a good way to do it. Yeah, I know. I need to get a laptop. I only, the biggest thing with the laptop is it's nice to have, another person or 2 or 3 other people to banter with, and to fill in the space, the dead space. It's hard when you do it yourself because you rely so much on the chat, and like some of these you just when people are having their own little conversations, you can't really jump in the middle talking about fans and shit. You guys are talking about something, you know what you're talking about, and I have no idea, so I'll sit quietly. Anybody called? Yeah, I need to get that AR. That AR money. Could be like Yankee and yell at y'all for taking shitty pictures. He went on like a 5-minute rant about how people are stupid because they can't take pictures well enough for them. I'm like, let's not bitch at your people so much. Be nice. Night Strike, have you tried any of your Raspberry Pis to host or join a live chat? That's kind of like food chat, Raspberry Pi. I'm watching you guys talk about computers. All right. I think we're going to shut it down. If you guys want to talk about computers, you can do it over in the Gun Channels chat. I'm going to hop in a shower. Get ready for Betty by time. Alan, you talking to me? What kind of AR am I going to build? I'm not planning to build an AR. I have on top of my list right now. I've been looking around a lot lately. I don't know that I'm going to be able to afford it right now, but I really want to. Yeah, I'm planning on just buying. PSA. If you go on to PSA right now, they have a PSA that has the M-Lock front handguard, A2 front sight, flip up rear sight, and it has a carpenter steel bolt and a pretty nice recoil stock. Has a nice looking stock with a little recoil pad on it. It's not just like the flat plastic, and it's $449. So for $449, that's a pretty nice deal. That's at the top of my list. There's also, there's so much stuff out there for Black Friday, and what's nice is a lot of them are doing packages where a couple of mags, or I've seen some with ammo or red dots. Yeah, Alan says if you build, you can do much better. It's not that I'm not a gunsmith by any means. I don't have a I'm a little bit of a worrywart when it comes to that. I'd kind of like to buy my first one and then sort of work backwards. rather than buy either that or maybe buy an upper and a lower. And then be able to buy the stock and all that kind of stuff. I just like the idea of buying one and then being able to learn how to take it apart and work on it and stuff like that. And then maybe the next one, build one. You know. The first one's PSA will fix it if you F it up. Not if I F it up. If I take it apart and destroy the thing. And that's I'm not saying I'm totally retarded when it comes to guns, but that's just not something I've really had time to do, which is anything more than like normal cleaning, you know, disassembly and that kind of stuff. I just never don't have the time. I really, really, really would love to I rode the short bus. I really want to take a gunsmith class someday. Nothing too intensive, nothing whatever, just to build like a confidence builder, you know. Yeah, Alan says they spend more money in the long run, you end up with spare parts. Yeah, you know, I understand. I get it. I mean, I get why people build. I understand it. I also understand there's people that want nothing to do with it and they want to buy a rifle and that's it. I'm not I love my AK, so buying an AR is more for me right now. It's more because I think, you know, the time's going to come where the prices are going to go back through the roof. Eventually something's going to happen and the price is going to go up, and right now it's like you should snatch one while you can. So, and I think it's really good to have an AR in 5.56. Shit hit the fan stuff, blah blah blah. If something ever happens, you know, the AR is so prevalent, you know, it's kind of like having a 308 or an .06. It's the same thing. It's like ammo is going to be around somewhere, you know. Yeah, Mosin's used to be great for practicing gunsmithing. Phoenix says, yeah, and that's actually, you know, like one of the things I've done is I actually did one of the home bluing kits on my 22. And that turned out really cool. That's a really neat, it's made by Birchwood Casey. If you have an old, like if you have maybe an old shotgun or an old, whatever, it doesn't really matter. You know, that's got some gnarly rust on it. The home bluing kit worked really good. That was really cool, and that was super fun too. That was before I was doing anything with YouTube. Where I would have done showed the process. That was really cool. And honestly, because it didn't turn out, it's an older gun. It's from like the, I don't even know, 50s or something. Because I didn't do like an amazing job, it actually kind of looks like I didn't do anything. If I would have done like an amazingly perfect job, it would look weird because it's such an old rifle, you know, it kind of keeps it look like it's, you know, not worked with. If that makes any sense. Let's see, scroll up here. Is there anything crazy going on? Did he also lick the windows clean? No. Maybe. And on that note, I'm going to bed. And on Night Strike saying, on that note, I'm going to bed, I'm going to close it down also. So I'm going to shut this son of a bitch down, and I will see you guys Probably see you tomorrow in Matt's chat, right? You guys will have lots of fun stuff to talk about. You got The Walking Dead to talk about if you want to. If you haven't seen it, I guess go watch it. I think it's pretty weak tonight, so yeah, I'm gonna hop in the shower and then I will check in, and let me check in the lobby here, guys. We'll bullshit a little bit, okay? So let me shut this son of a bitch down, and I will see you later. See ya.